Hi guys, my name is Angel.
Hi, I'm Chava.
And we are Men of Culture, and we're going to be watching today the last episode of One Punch Man Season 2.
Lot of adventures.
Last episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now you guys can see some more of the shows that we're watching. Join us. Join the people of culture. Leave us your comments and recommendations. Check out the videos on the channel.
Check the Jojo Fridays.
Jojo. Right, we're gonna get right into watching the video. The last episode of Season 2 of One Punch Man. Episode 12 in 1, 2, 3.
Oh, they're killing Garu. Oh, it's just Silverfang.
From the ear. Dude, Garu's kind of dying.
No, that's not fair.
He hasn't been able to land a hit. Yeah, no, that was very, very, very fast.
Ah, from the dog.
Oh. Right away like a badass, not even using his hands.
Oh.
Double team. Ah, he knows it.
Have they no shame? Yeah, have they no shame?
Because he's the enemy now. He lost his honor.
Oh.
That's impossible, no? Charanko. That name hasn't popped up in a while. So you're gonna become a monster?
I kill it slower.
So you wanna transform? The eyes and everything?
Super Saiyan. Just say. Oh, I don't think so.
They're gonna be blown away, dude. And somebody else is in there?
What?
Well, he's supposed to be like super massive, right? Ah, yeah, these guys. I have forgotten about these guys.
Yokai. Flowing green. Oh. Ready?
they actually stop it. Looking like demons. That's it? Mara. Muera.
He both?
Molted? Like. Yeah, you get it, right? Molted. Like what insects do, I guess? That's kind of bullshit, though.
He's going to lose.
He always loses.
Talking with the
yeah.
doctor.
Inevitable. Oh, that's a new attack, dude.
Oh no!
There we go, Genos.
Yeah.
This is Genos' special ability. He loses in a cool way.
Yes.
Well, he's not dead, but... Self-destruction?
What?
Now he can put himself up together again?
Oh my god.
Maybe Genos is gonna win this time, dude.
No.
No. A new attack, I guess. Another new attack. There's 2 new.
He won.
Well, 3 new.
He won. I can't believe it.
Just very calm there, saying that he did it.
What are clouds? Well.
The face. Onija. Badass.
King.
Static.
I broke you blast? What?
Of course it's not gonna be Blast, it's gonna be Saitama! Isn't this like a I blowed you Blast? What is Saitama? Blast? Saitama's going to interfere? Saitama? Blast? Oh, the grudge. Badass. Very badass.
Saitama? Yeah.
Of course, one punch. Saishogu. It has to be. Saitama has to be blast. Saitama has to be blast. I'm certain. I'm willing to bet Saitama is blast. 100%.
Great. Nani? That was it?
So, Saber, what do you think?
I hope they release this third season soon. I don't want to wait. I mean,
You're going to wait. It's not. You already know it's not going to happen. How long did this take? 5 years? 4 years? That's it. This is the game in anime.
it felt like yesterday. Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Hey, wait. If that's the case, great. So, well, let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, it's not as good as season 1. That's it. It's not as good. Simply, it's not as good.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. The punch that they did, it looks way more fucking badass in the manga, and it doesn't move. So, it was so simplistic in here. It looked cool, but I don't know. Just imagine the whole thing a little bit far cooler when it was going to be animated. So, 16.
Of course, we have something else.
気を失ったか。ゆっくり休むといい。もうじきオロチのもとへ着く。
Yeah, but the whole deal with Garo and Orochi and the monsters.
Because he is part of he's like an ally to them, so they want to turn him into a monster, and he wants to become a monster, so.
Not like that.
I mean, maybe he has different ideals, but he wants to become a monster anyway, so.
He wants to be the monster.
But a monster is a monster too.
The monster.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but a monster is a monster, so. I mean, you know what I mean. He's gonna get killed if he becomes a monster. That's the problem.
Never ever.
You just saw one Cholo getting vaporized in one single punch, so.
He was a weakling.
yeah, he was.
He was fighting against 2 old men and Cyber.
Yeah. And Garo was as well, and he was kind of dying.
Well, Garo was hurt.
Even if he wasn't.
He was wounded. He was wounded.
Even if he wasn't, he probably wouldn't stand a chance.
Full health Garo against those
Yeah,
3.
full health. Not even against the 3 of them. Against one of them, he probably wouldn't.
Against Genos.
He always loses.
So
maybe he could. But against the other 2, nah, I doubt it.
Against Genos?
Against Genos, maybe, yeah. That's a very high possibility. Like, I could beat Genos, come on. Everybody can beat Genos. He's gonna lose in a very cool way, that's it. So maybe Genos can lose, but the other 2, I doubt he will be able to. It's not that God is weak, it's just that these guys are way too strong in comparison. He's stealing he hasn't reached his prime, I guess. So he still has a lot to go. The problem is the whole, I want to become a monster, so we don't know if he's gonna reach it because he might get killed by Saitama in the process.
That's his, how can I say it? His flag. Like, I want to become a monster, I want to be your monster. Your monster. You people, your society.
Society's monster, I guess. Yeah.
I'm going to be yours, your monster.
Well, he said absolute fear or something like that, right?
Yeah. He doesn't give a damn about devil, or what? Justice.
Well, Maybe, but at the end of the day, he doesn't get to decide what is evil. Like the people as a whole, Saitama himself decides.
Well, he saved the child.
I know.
He has a friend. He's a
But
little friend.
But he's a human. And if he's a monster, that's not going to matter to Saitama. But you know it. So the problem is he going to actually turn into a monster?
Never, ever.
So that's like the...
He's so... What's the word? Pride of himself?
No, but he wants to become a monster. That's the problem.
Nah.
He's been saying so from the very beginning, and Van has been saying the same.
It's not that literal.
Well, maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not necessarily a literal turn into a monster, right? Maybe it's something different. But we haven't even gotten to him being able to have access to the monster cells, or did we? I quite don't remember if the flying thing was like, yeah, monster cell. I don't remember if he...
Well, the whole thing with the blood, they believe that he was turned into a monster, and that's why they were so fierce against him. But no, he's not going to become a monster.
I don't know. Maybe he will.
I know God. I believe in him.
Now I want him to become a monster so that you can be wrong.
What?
Now I want him to become a monster so that you can be wrong and be like, he became a monster.
That's impossible. He's like Vegeta. He doesn't want to. He just wants to be the strongest.
Vegeta wants to be the strongest.
Yeah, gotta too. But not in that way. Well,
he said he wanted to become the strongest monster. So.
Yeah, but Vegeta fell into Babylon's spell, but it was because he wanted to fight.
He wanted to fight. But it's not like he has a relationship with Goku Saitama. So yeah, I can see why you are.
But that's not
comparing
the way.
them.
That's not the way. If they offer, we offered you the cells, and you're,
which will be the end.
Yeah, and you're going to be the powerful being in this room. I don't know, in someplace. He will be like, no way. I want to be strong by my own.
But well, you're failing to put into the equation that he said he wants to become a monster.
A monster of what?
A monster.
Not that monster. A monster for them.
For whom?
For the heroes. Not the monster like the Seeking, like Sentichoro, like.
Well, I don't know. Look,
Orochi.
One Punch Man is not the most complicated story in the world, so maybe that is kind of.
They complicate a lot with Garo.
Well, yeah, it's been a little bit more complicated. They added a little bit more complexity to the story. That's for certain, but to what extent? We don't really know. I mean, I guess that we can agree that if he becomes a monster, he's going to die. But maybe he will not become the kind of monster that we're thinking. Maybe he will become a metaphorical monster, one that defeats all the heroes without really becoming a monster itself.
It's like
like a literal monster.
Yeah. Like the people say, it's the demon cyborg. He's not a demon. He's just a cyborg.
Yeah. Well,
but the people who watch him as a demon. Oh my gosh, he fights as a demon.
That's just a hyperbolic name. That's it.
That's what Garo means. That was
Silver Fang.
When he said, I want to become the monster. He wants to be the human monster.
Maybe. Well, I guess that one of it is going to be right eventually. We will see what exactly, if there's a third season.
Yeah.
The problem is that...
It's hard.
Look, something is very obvious. Nobody really liked this over season 1.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't shit. Not at all. It wasn't a shit season, of course not.
It was funny.
But, of course. But they couldn't, they just don't hold a candle at all to the first season, and that's the problem. The problem is that first season really set the standard way too high, and now JC staff, which I believe is the studio who did the season, had to kind of compete to that. It was just impossible. Like, first season was made by the dream team of anime, basically, and then a regular staff that doesn't really do this kind of action gets the whole thing, is just kind of not really gonna turn out very well. Come on, for the experience that they had with this kind of anime, it was alright. But that doesn't matter to the general public.
Yeah,
like the general public doesn't even know the name of the studio. The general public doesn't even know that it changed studios. They just know that it doesn't look as good, that it looks very static in comparison with last season. The animation is not the same. They just see it's not as good. That's it. And that's the problem. Like, the problem is, okay, after this, are they going to risk it? Are the people interested in investing on this that might eventually have some profit? Interested on doing a third season after this, which is obviously going to be not as popular, or at least not as well received. So that's a problem. There is another studio, the one that a lot of people were saying, hey, if you're not going to give it to the Dream Team because it's just not possible, how would you give it to this other team, which is the team that made Mob Psycho, the ones, the other story of Wont, the author of One Punch Man. I watched Mob Psycho, and I wouldn't say the budget isn't really there, but the action, even though they don't count with as much budget, is fairly good. Like there's some fights in that anime that you're like, wow, what the hell is going on? Like, this is pretty good, right? So like the fighting animation from them, they certainly have more experience, and they managed to really encapsulate, I guess, the whole feeling of one, I guess. Like every author has their like their tone, I guess. And they get it. They get the tone of One Punch Man, which is of One rather, which is the reason why a lot of people were like, "Yo, why didn't you give it to this studio? Like they just finished Mob Psycho. Like they were gonna have the time and everything." But hey, we don't know. We don't know how complicated the whole anime industry really is. We just know who's gonna do it, and that's it, right? So maybe a third season made by these guys.
Yeah, maybe
could be something that they might risk. Because at the end of the day, this is an investment. Like this is not for the sake of art. Let's put it that way. There might be some like season 1 was rather for the sake of art. Like that's the reason why the Dream Team got together, and like one guy was really, which had a lot of contacts, was like, I'm gonna make this happen. He went all the way, but that's only season 1, right? So now we have to come back to the real world and be like, okay, we got season 2. It's not as good. It's not like the story is bad. It's not at all. Go and check the manga. My God, as I'm telling you, even though it's not moving, the fight with Suryu was like you just imagine things differently. And this very single punch that these two Bang and Bong does, it looks like it's like super big deal. Like it looks far more flashy in the manga, even though it's not moving. And I remember reading that and being like, wow, I cannot wait for this being animated. And it's disappointing when I see it animated, to be honest. But it's a problem because the studio probably doesn't really have the experience to do this. And it's not like the anime wasn't shit. Again, I repeat it, it's not shit. It's not unwatchable by no means. But the bar set by the previous season is just way too high. Like there was no way this was going to turn out well in that aspect. But for what they had to work with, I would say that they tried. They certainly tried. But hey, let's just, I don't know, hope there's going to be a third season, that they're going to maybe give it to this other studio I'm talking about, and that would be very interesting. A little bit more budget than they usually have for Mob Psycho, because of course Mob Psycho is not as big as One Punch. So maybe with a little more budget, they can really create something that might not have the quality of season 1, but might have the essence, which is a little bit that was missing on this particular season. Like, I don't know, it could have been better, of course. That's it. It's not bad, but it could have been better. Yeah, what do you have to say?
I'm certain that there's going to be a third season, no matter what. Because the way they left the story.
Yeah, of course. It was a,
Maybe they already have the
maybe they were
the whole thing.
maybe they were given the order. The you know what? Give a hint.
Yeah, I give a hint and let's wait.
Yeah, last season didn't have a hint, did it?
Yeah.
It was like an end, like an end. So, I mean, maybe
2 years. 2 years. It's good.
I don't know. I mean, you're being very positive. I mean, go guide yourself with what happened last time, and it's far more probable it's gonna take another 4 years. But 2 years would be pretty good.
No, well, 2 years is more reasonable because they want to say, we know, we didn't do so good last time.
That's
so
the reason why it's gonna take longer.
maybe people should need something earlier.
Let me tell you, the manga.
So the thing is, maybe they rushed this second season, but at the same time they were working on the third one. Like,
That never really happens. That never happens. That never happens. Like, probably the only one that really is doing that is Shinki no Kyojin, and that's about it. Like, having a release year to year
Well,
is not very, very common.
One Punch is a big deal.
It is, and after the release, I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Re:Zero is actually a big deal as well, and One Punch Man is a big deal as well, and both of them took 4 years to release the next thing, I guess. So it's gonna take a while. The problem is that they know that people have the interest, but these people are people going to be interested in the next one? You always know there's always fallout. Like the first episode of whatever, it always has a super high engagement, and then the next one doesn't have as much. And like for example, let's put it this way: do you think Joan already watched this season, or does he even know that it's out? See the problem? And not only that, Joan is not like us, or even like you. Maybe you are not at my level of anime familiarity, but you are already at a very reasonable level. You're already very knowledgeable about it in general. But Joan is like a fairly like a new. He's literally just a casual, you would call it. And when he sees season 2, he's gonna recognize that the quality is not the same. And so we will see what exactly is his opinion when he's over. Now that it's over, I'm gonna tell him that this out. So we will see his opinion live and ask him. But I think you get the point that I'm trying to convey. It's just that, we're kind of special people when it comes down. Like we're willing to wait. We're willing to watch the next one, to search for it, to get it right, to go out of our way to find a way to recognize the day which the date is gonna be, and take our steps to be ready to watch it. But the problem is the majority of the people who watch it and are not really engaged to that level. So those are the problem. I don't know. I do think it's gonna have a third season. I just don't know how fast is it gonna be. Yeah. But it's gonna happen. I think they are going to do what I'm telling you. Like they're going to give it to the other
Studio?
to our studio, take that last chance and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And if it goes well, it's probably going to have a fourth, and it's probably going to be a little bit more of a fast.
Maybe a movie.
Well, the problem is that movies, as you say, how to put it this way. Here, they make a lot of movies. There, not as many because they're covered by the anime. So, unless there's something new that they want to add, like for example, Evangelion had already his anime, but then they made the movies, and the movies cover even more than the anime didn't cover, right? So that's the deal with the movies. But for example, the last movie of Evangelion came out in like 2013, 14, maybe before. And up until this now, only promises when the next one's gonna come. So, hey, 2019, you get what I'm trying to say. And Evangelion is like you knew Evangelion before you then began watching anime. Like you had already recognized the name and everything. Like it was a word that you knew. So that's the deal. Like even something that popular It's just sometimes it's just. And then there's the anime that shit that everybody knows is shit, but has like 50 seasons. So I don't know how this works, dude. I don't know how this works. I just know that it works that way. I just know. I don't know why. I know what. I don't know why. So we will get to see. We will get to see. Like we will get to see exactly what's the deal. But it's going to have a third season. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We just need to see and wait how long is it going to take.
We need to watch the end of Gato's story.
Yeah, exactly. What exactly is it going to be? And I really believe that they are going to give it a chance to this other studio. Like a lot of people really had faith that they were going to be given the project before this was announced, and I think that's a good sign that the people interested in investing to make the anime are going to be like, you know what, let's take one final risk. This has the traction, this is very popular, so maybe this other team is gonna make the dream. So maybe that's gonna be the case. I think it will.
Yeah.
So hey, it was a great season. It has its flaws, but hey, it's One Punch Man. It's pretty fun regardless. Like, just ignore the fact that it's obviously not the dream team. It's not season 1. So hey, I guess we're gonna see you guys next time, and let's see what's gonna be the replacement for this.
Well, the music was awesome.
What?
The music was awesome.
Yeah, the music is great. The music is
It never failed.
yeah, it never fell. The music never fell. Particularly the opening. The opening is just great. Same quality as the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, see you guys next time.
See ya.